Hi, Judy from Witchpeace Craft. Welcome. Today's video is my 2026 temperature blanket journey. Yes, in 2026, I've decided to do a temperature blanket. I've done them before. It's been a few years since I did the last one. I think it might have been a temperature snake, but I have done blankets and snakes before. Living in the tropics, it's not always that inspiring and I can get a little bored. But I have been inspired this year by Jill, her Gumleaf Crochet, and I thank her for giving me something to look forward to in 2026. She talks about her temperature blankets and other blankets she makes, and I watched her video and thought that's not a bad idea for 2026 to give me a consistent, challenging project to make all year rather than just keep making small projects. Do something that's a commitment for the year. So I decided on my blanket. So Jill does offer, if you check out her channel and videos, and you're a beginner, I think I wouldn't know where to start with a temperature blanket. She has this information guide that she will email to you free. I asked for it. It says Temperature Blanket 2025, what she put together in 2025. And if you're a beginner, it has everything you need to know. Now, I'm not a beginner, but I did find using this gave me some really helpful tips for my temperature blanket. So let's talk about my blanket. I'll just move some paperwork out the way. My blanket needs to be a rectangle because I decided I would make a blanket from my chaise lounge where it lays on it. People tend to sit there and sometimes let their pets sit up there, which my dog's not allowed to. And I like to put some sort of cover over it that blends in with my decor. And I've been thinking about it for a while, and I did do a blanket. It was a sampler blanket with Zine and Rogers that fits it really well and turned out great. And then it got me thinking, why not do a temperature blanket for that lounge? It's like the Zine and Rogers one, but rather than a sampler, stick to a pattern and do the different colors. So my blanket needs to be 42 inches wide by at least 52 inches long. I didn't look up what that is in centimeters. I can't even think about that today. If you work in centimeters, Google 42 inches and I'll tell you how many centimeters. But it does need to be 42 inches wide and not any shorter than 52 inches long. So that, with that in mind, I set about setting up my temperature blanket details. So I knew I had plenty of this yarn in my decor colors. My decor is orange, creams, browns, those sort of colors. And I decided to use my Spotlight acrylic yarn, 4 Seasons 8 ply, which is 3-weight DK yarn. It normally recommends a 4mm crochet hook, but I will be using a 3.75 because I want quite a dense, close pattern. And the pattern I'll be using is a tutorial by Hooked by Robin. I am currently making one in pinks. It's been slow progress because I don't know, I sort of put it down and forgot about it till cleaning up my yarn area today. So I decided I really like that pattern and it's perfect for my chaise lounge. There'll be a link to the tutorial in the description below. I think it's just called Easy Stitch something. Anyway, that's the pattern I'll be using. So living in the tropics in far north Queensland, it's not easy to do a temperature blanket. You can consistently be doing the same colors for a long period of time. Like now, this time of the year, early January, we're in wet season. So there's the same temperatures, probably about the same, similar low at night, similar high during the day, a lot of rain, thunder, that sort of thing. And it can get quite boring. But with Jill's guide, I picked up some tips. So here goes. I decided on my 6 colors. So if it's over 36 Celsius, it's going to be that yellow. If it's 29 to 35, it's going to be orange. If it's 23 to 28, that's called Outback, which is a more smoky orange. Then if it's 17 to 22, we go to Shrimp, that color. And then 11 to 16, we go to Gold. And then 10 to 0 and -0, it's Latte. So they're the 6 colors I picked. And I thought that'll be great. And then I thought, well, it's going to need some inspiration along the way. And that's where I picked up Jill's tips. Because so I'm doing the low, the overnight low, and the high for the day. And then she has a column saying other. And I gave that some thought. So I started it on the 1st of January. Today's the 3rd. And on the 1st of January, right on dinner time, as we sat down at the table to eat, we had the most massive electrical storm with lots of rain, lots of lightning and rain. And that's what gave me the inspiration to add some colors. So for lightning, I added this color, which is called Almond. So it's like a creamy color with a very, very slight orange tint. And for heavy rain, I decided to add this color Fawn. So there you go. That is my whip card with all the details, the yarn, the colors, what degree I use, whether there was lightning or heavy rain. I also today came up with another one where I could add different colors in. Today it's like 30 Celsius, but my temperature chart said it's 30 Celsius, but it feels like 36. So if I feel like I need to add another color, I could do like, well, this is 36. I could add this like as in the other color because it feels like 36. So there you go. That's how I'm going to do my temperature blanket. I thought by adding the others section, which Jill has given me the idea to do, it gives me a great variety of colors on the day to make, and I won't become bored. So I've done the first 2 days, today being the 3rd of January. I have to be careful because I have yarns attached. So here goes. Ta-da! So of course it was like, where's my chart? 24 overnight, which meant it was Outback, and during the day it got to 30 on the 1st, which is orange. And for other, I added the lightning storm and the heavy rain. So that 4th section there was the 1st. So on the 2nd, it was 25, which meant it was still Outback. It was 31, which meant it was still orange, and we had lots of heavy rain. So I added that color. Today I don't really know, other than I know it got to 30 and was climbing. I do know the overnight low was like 25 again, and we have had some thunder, so there's some rain out there on its way. Who knows, it may stay dry. But that's how I plan to do my temperature blanket. And this is the pattern, Hooked by Robin. It's really good because you could put it that way and it's padded in that way. And because I'm using a slightly smaller hook, I've got a really nice close weave. And I think in my decor colors, it will look great. I have hit the 42 inches wide. It's pretty spot on. I measured it before I came on camera. So guys, if you're considering you'd like to do a temperature blanket, you're only a couple of days behind if you want to do it for the year, check out Jill's channel. I'll put a link to her channel in the description below, and hopefully one of her temperature videos. She makes suggestions like special days. You could put your different families' birthdays a different color throughout your blanket to give it a lift. She just was so inspirational, giving me ideas how to make a temperature blanket look that little bit different. And I really like the thought of lightning and rain and what the temperature feels like rather than what it is. So that's my little video today. I will endeavor each month to do an update on my temperature blanket so you can see what it's looking like and what you think. But until next time, stay safe, stay well, and consider doing a temperature project, blanket or snake. I don't know if there's anything else you could do. Could you do a cushion? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. Besides blanket and snake, what else could you do for a temperature blanket or temperature project? Bye for now.